It's spooky. Oh my god. I don't know why. It's been so long since we've done one of these Storytime episodes, so I was shocked when it's just like, the curtain's done.
Hello.
It's time. Hi, everybody. Fuck.
Totally forgot how to do a podcast. We've done 500 of these, guys.
Hey there, spooky friends, and welcome to another Storytime episode with the Scaryish podcast. I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
If you folks are new here, these are our episodes in which we read our spooky family submitted stories, spooky friend submitted stories. And so, Adam, why don't you go over, what kind of stories we usually get on some of these?
I will say episode 201 would be a weird place to start, but realistically, there's no continuity, so anyone could pretty much pick up the streams or the podcast, for story times whenever they want, because we're reading homegrown horrors. And homegrown horrors are what we call the emails, tweets, Insta DMs that you slide in there, Facebook messages that we get from you, the listener or viewer, and we would love to hear from you if you have any stories that are supernatural, spiritual, ghostly, coincidental, true crime, or extraterrestrial, anything that really fits the theme of Scaryish. We'd be more than happy to share on the show, with your permission, of course. If you don't give us your permission, we kind of hold those and reach out and say, like, hey, did you want us to share this one?
For a ransom or something?
No, we think that you're reaching out to us to say, like, hey, I wanted to share this with someone. I didn't exactly want it to go on the show. I didn't know where to send it, but I thought you guys might be interested. We do get those. And then we probably get them more often than we let on to.
Yeah, I remember when we first started the show, we got one about skinwalkers, and they're like, don't share it. I just want to give you the information. So yeah,
lots of people with things that are like, I thought this happened, I've always thought I was crazy, I've never told anyone, I just want to tell someone. We get those. So if that's something that you feel like you want to do, feel free to send it over to us. We understand. So we're going to be reading 4 stories that we have been told we can read. I will say, marking that, for those watching us live right now, I have not vetted these. So if there's anything in it that needs to be removed, you guys might hear it on YouTube or Twitch. And then the stream will be edited later, but it'll be just perfectly clean when the podcast episode comes out. So I think we're going to dive right in, balls first. So let's go ahead. Yeah, balls first. That's how you got to dive in, man.
Well, okay.
It's not painless, obviously, but it's enthusiastic.
Okay.
And that's what you're looking for.
All right.
Do you want to read the first email or should I?
I'll read it because there's a cute cat on it. So let me do that.
Go for it.
This email goes, hi guys. Hi, we're the guys.
Hello.
Last time I wrote in was during the pandemic. That's 3 years ago now.
Depending on what part of the pandemic.
Well, isn't it crazy that in 2021, everyone kept saying, last year we did this, but it was always 2019 because 2020 never really happened. We all
lost year and a half, 2 years, depending on if you got sick and got in the hospital.
But realistically, this was sent this year, so 3 years ago. It's crazy. It was about a ghost that follows me, which is horrifying. I have a million old stories I want to share, but something just happened, so getting it on paper before I forget. Actually, I don't know how I'll forge this. You've forged it. You've sent it to us. It's happened, so we'll get there. I have a 6-pound rescue cat. 6 pounds? That's tiny.
Little kitty.
Had her since she was a kitten. She's 3 now. 6 pounds at 3 years old is insane. Maybe it was 16. Maybe it's 16 pounds.
I don't know. It's
Wait, hold on. Let me scroll down to this cat.
It looks like it's a 16-pound cat, but I don't know. Maybe he's just really light and just very fluffy. Or our cat's really fat.
She's 3 now, but my friends and I joke that she used to be a powerful witch and she accidentally transformed into this tiny body. Okay, so a 6-pound cat. And that's why she's so fussy. My uncle used
to have a cat that he'd call a warlock cat, and he used to say the same thing. Like,
really?
This cat used to be a human, and then he was punished, and he was turned into a cat because he used to be a warlock.
Think Empire's New Groove. Okay. Or Emperor's New Groove, I think it must be, because he gets turned into a llama.
I've only seen bits and pieces, but yeah, I follow.
You've only seen bits and pieces?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know how to speak squirrel?
I don't know what that means, so clearly not.
Oh, dear God. The other day I was cleaning and ignoring her. Then, in the corner of my eye, I kept seeing a black silhouette, like a shadow, but human-sized. And I was home alone, so I would double take, and when I would look, it was just Dahlia, my cat, sitting all cute. It happened a few more times, and I was like, nope, and obsessively saged, opened the windows to let whatever else out, and took my dog on a walk. Last night, my roommate was cleaning in the middle of the night, and she blocked off the kitchen so the pets wouldn't go over to the kitchen/her room. And she said she saw a shadow/silhouette person more than once, too. But then Dahlia was on the other side of the baby fence that she put up. So it's like, this cat used to be a person.
Yeah.
She also heard Dahlia meowing right next to her ear when she was across the room. That's kind of creepy. Love this cat to death, even though she does creepy things sometimes. She tends to do the Coraline cat thing. I've never seen Coraline.
Same.
Walks into one room, then comes out of another, and that just doesn't make sense.
That's a Matrix style shit. Or they do the same thing.
You know, the Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, they go through the Pac-Man wall.
I've been collecting her whiskers and putting them on the altar since she was a kitten, and that's helped with some of the weird stuff. But this has to be the most intense. Anywho, I'm at work. Love the pod. Love you guys, and love Spooky Mama. Heart glow, Beta.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing that. I think cats are on another level. Like, you know how people always say pets can see things that we can't. I think cats are more extreme, right? Like in Constantine, when cats are like the
half
in-between.
in, half out. Yeah.
We have a black cat, like completely black.
Not happy
cat.
with her right now either. She's such a pain in the ass.
She is 11, so
yeah.
I mean,
you figure she'd be getting better, but I feel like that's just not the case with some cats. They're just like, you know what, I'm old now. I'm going to be a dick, like how some people are. But yeah, I understand the way you feel when it comes to your cat, because they just have this weird behavior pattern their entire lives that always just makes you feel a little bit off-put, you know? Maybe not creeped out, but just like they always seem like they're constantly up to something. So when creepy stuff happens around them, you're like, did you do that? And they're like, I'll never tell. So your cat is adorable, though. If it used to be a human, it was probably a good-looking human, because they turned into a good-looking cat.
The whiskers thing I can totally see, because it's just the cutest fucking cat with long whiskers.
Yeah, for sure.
And the whiskers are like white against the black fur. So
the cat's black
cute.
with like some white frills and stuff like that here,
Yeah.
but the whiskers are like starkly white in comparison to the cat. So very pretty cat. Thank you so much for sending in the story.
Yeah.
We really appreciated it. All right, and we're going to go ahead and take our first break between emails today.
Thank you to Cone Joe 0919.
It's Conejo.
Is it Conejo?
Conejo 919 for donating 100 bits.
Thank you guys so much. It's been a long time since we've done one of these streams, so it's been a hectic morning. Like,
it's been a bad day so far. I've been having a bad couple weeks, in fact. But yeah, we're here right now, so that'll hopefully make it better.
We're here right now.
Shout out to Oh My God, Did I Leave? Who subscribed with their Prime subscription 15 minutes ago. We appreciate that. Shout out to Xena Knight, who resubscribed for the 14th month. Said whoop whoop, 14 months. Shout out to I'm What's for Dinner, who subscribed for the 43rd month. Said both hosts looking fire tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It took a long ass time.
My barber decided I didn't need a beard anymore, so I don't have one. I asked him to give me my normal haircut, which is what essentially this is. And then he was like, oh, you have like a thin spot right here by your temples. I was like, yeah, I know. It's always been there. He's like, oh, do you want me to like kind of blend it in so it doesn't look as thin? I was like, yeah, sure. And then he brought out like the thing, like a beard trimmer, like not like a neck trimmer that you would use to normally like trim someone up. It just straight up is like the Braun, like 2 parallel line trimmer, and just hit my sideburn, which was down to here, and went all the way up. And I was just like, what the fuck? This isn't what we just discussed. I thought you were going to blend it, not shave it to the scalp and then blend from there. So if I turn, I think I look horrible, but I'm sure it doesn't look as bad as I think.
Look good.
I was just like, if he would have left it the way I wanted it, I would have looked fine. I would have looked better, but this isn't what I wanted. So I guess it'll just all grow back in, and maybe the next time you guys see me, I'll have my beard back. So we'll see. So let's give some shout outs to folks who have been here since we started the stream.
It's nice seeing, you know, our regulars, our usuals. So Glitch, Xena Knight, The Snarked, Sherry Sue, you guys are great.
Thank you so much for being here on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. It's and you know, it was what is the word? Short notice. The phrase is short notice. So
Donosaur is also here. So we couldn't get intro fighters working. Basically what happened was we woke up with a pet emergency and then had to deal with that. And then when we finally were getting ready for the show, we were already way behind. So we got everything working, and I was like, okay, cool. And then when I went to start streaming the show, it was like, JK, LOL, Streamlabs is only streaming to Twitch. You have to set that all back up again. So I was like, okay, cool. I know how to do this. I just need to know in the menu where to go. So I brought the stream down, found that really quickly, got it up and running, had to go again for a second time. Hopefully all the notifications worked the first or second time.
Do you have a thing?
So I do not have a bottle opener around here because I barely ever drink. There is one on our fridge though. So if you want,
let me go grab that.
Grab that. I usually ow. She's just not careful, folks. I'll just read some of the chat that you guys got going on. So it's nice to see that everyone was enjoying that everyone else is here. Glitch posted some horrifying some horrifying emojis that look like a smiling mouth on the side of the fridge, babe. Side of the fridge. Either side. There should be the Ghostbusters one on the left or the dwarf on the right. I mean literally a dwarf from World of Warcraft. I have a bottle opener that's a dwarf. Anyways, the emojis are terrifying. I think it's Magna Bronzebeard. The Snark said, the I Am Mouth combo reminds me of Real Monsters. I don't know what that is.
You don't know what All Real Monsters is?
Nope.
Nickelodeon?
Nope. Didn't watch Nickelodeon.
Oh my god.
Alright, gonna keep scrolling. Glitch says, LOL, right? Because Glitch obviously knows what that means. Snark asked, what are their names? I think one of them was like Crumb or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do know.
I said the Snark just said that.
Oh.
Ron pays like that much attention to me, so I'm apologizing for reading your guys' words. Xena Knight says, I'll put a pic in Discord. That's awesome. That'll be nice because then I can see what these things are. It's because the
guy holds up his eyes. There's a guy who holds up his eyes.
That's terrifying. Which says, hey, I have seen these people before. LOL. You haven't.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been, sometimes you just get busy with life. And
life's hard, man.
I'm gone like 13 hours of the day. And so by the time I get home, minimum. I'm too tired, and I wish we could do streams more often, but it's exhausting.
Yeah. But
we're glad, this week we were just like, we're gonna do it. We just have to.
Yeah, we couldn't do it on Friday. We couldn't record on Thursday because I had to Twats of Twats because we rescheduled some stuff.
Yeah, Adam's been doing a lot with Twats of Twats. If you guys haven't listened or watched the Wheel of Time show, they do a podcast called The Wheel of Time Show about the Wheel of Time show. I think they're hilarious. I think one of our spooky friends, Faye, is also on that podcast with them. And if you folks,
she's really like the engine that drives the podcast. She was not there this week, so we changed the schedule up a little bit. Faye was out because
she had her own spooky baby.
Who are in the Discord know she had her omen baby. Just an absolutely beautiful, healthy kid. So we're very proud and very happy for her and her husband. So congratulations to them.
But you guys can listen to her on Twats to Twats. It's great.
Not this episode, though. I got to listen to it because my co-host Garrett and the editor for it got it all ready to go. And said, hey, guys, check it out. Give me the thumbs up if it's good to go. And then we release on Mondays. So going to go ahead and give that a listen and see. Here's the thing. I like editing because it lets me delete things I say. Because I hate my voice.
Yeah.
So when you listen to yourself, everyone's usually like, oh my God, I hate hearing myself. And I am no different. When you're editing yourself and you hear yourself talking, you have the power to get rid of it. And when I'm listening to it and it's just man, I really hate hearing myself talk. I forgot how much I hated hearing myself talk when I'm not editing.
You're trusting Garrett to do what he needs to do.
Yeah. So I trust him that if he's leaving it in, it's, good enough to be in there. But at the same time, I'm just yeah, we always say it I don't know why anyone listens to us, and I get that sense even more with Twats. So,
where have you read to on here? So we got Xena Knight, we got I'm Beef Trainer, we got I'm What's for Dinner. Unfortunately, I'm What's for Dinner can't be with us for too long. Has to go get some feed for chickens, ducks, turkeys, and geese.
Everyone's got stuff they gotta do on Saturdays. We gotta go run errands after this too.
Do you eat them? I wonder.
You raise them and then you eat them.
Ducks and turkeys, you gotta definitely eat them, right?
I would. Xena Knight says, I'm not sure I recognize the man with Robin, though.
It's because you're clean shaven. Yeah. You're never clean shaven.
I hate it. Beef strainer. Beef strainer. I'm Beef Trainer says.
Beef strainer? What the fuck?
I mean, I'm sure she strained that beef.
What the
But I Am Beef Trainer says, here with strep throat. That sucks.
No.
I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Add Emperor's New Groove to list for Seen It. See Missing. I know, it's hard to remember since it's a show we've been saying we were going to start for the last 5 years.
But I think we should. I think we should definitely just do it.
Yeah, why not add some more stuff onto my plate?
Just do it. We watch movies all the time,
We really don't, though. We barely ever watch movies. We watch Netflix series all the time.
That's true.
Which, I mean, we can still do seasons of Seen Missing where we cover shows that we've never seen before.
Lipstick on my teeth?
Yep. Right on the tip. You got it.
Is it good?
All right, Ambutran says, if I wasn't feeling hot and gross, I probably would be. What I really want is ice cream and popsicles. My throat's been sore for 3 days with no relief.
Oh,
Oof, that's
man.
rough. I also want homemade soup, but don't want to make it. Nor do I want anybody else to make it because it'll be butcher compared to what I want.
That's
Oof.
funny.
Beggars can't be choosers, dog.
Literally,
Let
Glitch
someone
says,
take care
oof.
of you. Glitch says, I understand that. Believe it or not, hot is better than cold for the throat. I am no doctor, though. Where's fake eye when you need them? That's funny. I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm horrible when it comes to me being sick, says I am beef trainer. I'm going to keep scrolling.
I was there. Says, how dare she have an infant when she's needed?
That's so funny.
You know, she's helped me so much. It's gonna turn into the Faye podcast. It's just gonna be, we're gonna be Faye fangirls.
Faye fangirls.
But she's helped me a lot. I always ask her questions, medical questions. I feel awful. I'm like, what is your consultation fee? Please
I always ask her questions about Wheel of Time because she's actually read all the books, so it's nice to have someone where
she knows everything about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
She's just like this knowledge.
She's a knowledge nugget.
Yeah, she is a knowledge
nugget. Which says he don't know Zaboomafoo or the monster. What? Yeah, I think I might be because I'm older than you guys, or I just didn't watch a lot of child programming aside from like the animated shows on Fox.
Sorry.
It's just like I'm glad we're not recording the actual show because that showed up on the microphone. All right, gonna keep scrolling. Snark says congratulations for
a show about Aragon when it gets released. I actually read Aragon.
If we didn't do the Rings of Power show, we're probably not going to do any other reaction shows. I would be a part of it. I don't think Garrett or Faye have the bandwidth in their lives. I mean, I don't technically even have the bandwidth to do another podcast. The only reason I can pull this one off is because it's 5 or 6 weeks of recording. Because the first week we get 3 episodes all at once.
The Cursed Wolf redeemed a high five.
Oh, nice. What up, Cursed Wolf?
All right, so let's pause right here before we read some more, and then we'll read a story. Pause. Thank you so much for resubscribing. 43 months.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark it, and then I'm gonna do the second email of the show.
This Guinness has it tastes sweet. I don't know.
You say Guinness weird.
Guinness.
You said it weird that one time, then I guess you said it normal that time. Chunkster also redeemed a drink.
All right, I'll have a bigger drink.
I'll do this, and then we're gonna move on. I'm having water. The level of frustration going on in my life right now, I'm just gonna go with water. I don't want to associate beer as the solution with it. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and move into the next email of the show. And this one's subject is The Half Man and Spirit Box. And it starts out like this. You may read this on the podcast.
Nice.
Take note, folks. That's exactly what we need at the beginning of them. And it actually starts out like this. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking damn it. I can't even get into the fucking email, Robin. Go ahead.
You're not gonna...
No, I'm leaving it in.
Okay. No, I was just saying the half man, is it like somebody getting cut in half, or is he half man and half animal? I'm very intrigued by this story.
There's only one way for us to find out. Hello, Adam, Robin, and spooky friends. Hello. And everyone else, SDL, hello. My name is Piper, she, her, and I've been listening for a few years. I'm here to share two paranormal experiences, which solidified my belief in spirits. She didn't say that. I just tossed it in there for some flavor. So, story number 1. When I was young, I was close with some other kids in the neighborhood. Sometimes our parents would get together and sit on the driveway until after dark and chat while the kids played together. One of these nights, I believe I was around 7 years old. I went in my house to get a drink. As I opened the door, I was looking down, but as I brought my head up, I saw a man I didn't recognize. He had blonde hair, kind of in the style that was popular in the 70s, called the leading man haircut. I know exactly what you're talking about by describing that. It's like a side part, but it's like really voluminous, and it's just like a floof.
Like a Conan O'Brien?
No. Conan's is a little bit different than that, but you got the right idea. So just picture whatever you think a leading man from a 70s show would be, and yeah, that's it.
That 70s show did not have anybody that...
I mean, the closest thing I could say to a leading man, like, haircut in that show would be, like, Eric or maybe Kelso, but let's just move forward. Just picture a nice, floofy haircut, and it says, or a fluffy Justin Bieber haircut is how I describe it. That's a really good way. Thank you. He had a red plaid long-sleeve shirt, but it stopped there. I could only see from the belt up on this man. I took in this information in an instant, and then he was gone. I turned around and went back to the driveway to tell my mom that I was scared to go back in the house. No one in my family believed my story, but I knew I saw a ghost.
So today I learned that this half man is belt up.
Yep, there you go. Belt up. From that time on, it would be really shitty to see a half man from the belt down. It'd be just like, that's a dude. And I just know. Okay, we're going to keep going. From that time on, I was uncomfortable being in the area at night where I saw the ghost, only for the fear I'd see another. Not that I felt something particularly paranormal. When I told the story throughout the years, I referred to him as the half man. So that makes sense.
All right.
Story number 2. This one I believe is going to be called the Spirit Box. I had a friend as a child named Amanda, she/her. I met her at school and didn't live too far away from her, so... Sorry about that. And didn't live too far away from her, so I'd go to her house to play often. I would say we were best friends for a few years, but then we'd grow apart. When we were in junior high together, her father got very sick with colon cancer. It had a profound effect on her mental health, and I was not equipped to be a support for her, so we didn't talk much. Amanda and I were never close again, but one of my friends remained close with her. Freshman year of high school, her father died from his illness, and all of my friends and I went to the funeral in support of Amanda and her family. One day, when we were all out of high school, I was invited over to Amanda's house by my friend. At some point, Amanda talked about the spirit box her boyfriend made. Uh-oh. A spirit box...
He made it.
Yeah, a spirit box is a device purported to take radio wave frequencies that a ghost can use to speak. You've talked about it before on the podcast. Yeah. Well, she had a recording she wanted to show us. When she played... Shit. Our dogs hear something outside.
That scared me.
And we left the door open. Yeah, the timing of it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
I was joking. She was being serious.
Oh. No, because it's like, they heard a voice and then the dog goes...
Okay, talked about before on the podcast. Well, she had a recording she wanted to show us. What she played was a voice saying, "Amanda, this is your father." My mind was blown. Her father had a very recognizable husky voice.
And a very big fan of Star Wars.
Wow. It's been more than a decade since I've heard her father's voice, and I'd basically forgotten anything about her father except how he looked. But in that moment of hearing the voice, my memories flooded, and I knew it was him. I told her this as I cried from emotion.
Aww.
I've never known a spirit box to create a fluid sentence and sound like one person's voice the whole way through. The experience really solidified my belief in spirits. That's all I have for today. Thank you for reading, and I hope my experiences weren't too bogged down with unnecessary details. No. Keep on creeping on, Piper.
Thank you so much. I thought it was very straightforward.
You nailed it. Oh, yeah. You fucking nailed it 100%.
I could see hearing something like that being like, you know what? Maybe there is something out there, You know
what's funny is, like, I had a dream, I've mentioned on the show before, when I saw and heard my grandfather, and it was like a decade after he passed away. Mm-hmm. And in the dream, because it was so vivid, like, I just started crying. I couldn't help it. So I woke up like, holy shit. But, like, as soon as he started talking to me, and he spoke in Spanish, or what my brain thinks Spanish would sound like in a dream, because I'm sure it wasn't actually Spanish, but who knows. I was just, one, so overwhelmed hearing his voice, and two, so upset that I couldn't understand him. And so I just started crying, and there was nothing I could do about it. So I understand the emotion of, like, hearing something again for the first time that you haven't heard, or you didn't think you'd ever hear again, just hitting you like a ton of bricks. So those are really good stories. Thank you so much for sending them in.
Thank you.
All right, let's look over at Stream Chat.
There's a lot of you guys in here. Thank you so much for everybody showing up.
A lot of stuff. I do want to mention, someone mentioned Aragon, the series. I've never read the books or seen any of the movies, so I'd be more than happy to watch it. That'd be super cool.
You want to read it with me?
I have a lot of stuff in my queue to read, dog. I have so much shit.
I read a lot of trash books, so I mean, I read through books like pretty quick. But
I really want to tell them about the side effects of you reading all those fucking trash books.
Oh my god. It's because I had a dream.
So okay, since she struck me, I'm now going to tell this story. So I was sleeping, and I woke up, and Robin was right next to me. And I thought, because sometimes in the middle of the night, Robin grinds her teeth. So she's grinding her teeth, I'll wake her up because, like, your jaw will hurt, your mouth will hurt, your teeth will hurt. And so I looked over at her, and she wasn't doing her normal, like, side to side, like, clenching thing. She looked like if someone said, like, pretend you were a rabbit. Like, you're a rabbit with your eyes closed, like, kind of like lip up and like doing that. She's like, and I realized she was doing those, like, weird fucking, like, breaths, like, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? So I shook her awake, and I was just like, who were you fucking in your sleep?
Oh my god, you're so
I've never seen a person's dreams by the behavior on their face before, but in that moment, it was like I could see into her eyelids, and I knew what was going on. I was just like this. Oh, it was so fucking funny.
Oh
Anyways,
my god.
That's Ega for hitting me. Okay, so I'm What's Her Name says I would eat the birds, but my mother-in-law won't let me slaughter any of them, so we just use them for eggs. Right on. Gonna keep
even
scrolling.
turkey eggs. That's kind of cool.
Christopher Polini will actually have a hand in the script rewrite.
Nice.
It's so important to include the author, dude.
Yeah.
It's so sad when it comes to Jordan not being around anymore and them just absolutely not listening to Sanderson when it comes to Wheel of Time stuff. Like, you can always tell when they deviate. Like, he's somewhere in the background like, this is bad. So, all right, gonna keep scrolling.
Like George R.R. Martin and Game of Thrones, just those seasons where it was just hardcore trash.
No, that's just, I don't know. With I think a lot of people forget that in Game of Thrones, like, they got past the source material and they worked really closely with them on the books that were not written. Season 6 is like about a book that doesn't exist yet, you know? And that's like the best season because you get all the things everyone's been waiting on. You finally get the reveal that you've been waiting on. Like, it all builds, it crescendos perfectly. And then season 7 was just super, super rushed. And a lot has come out since then about season 7 being rushed because the showrunners, David Benioff and DB whatever, they had other things that were offered to them that they were trying to wrap up their schedules in time to get to. I think in particular was like a Star Wars series or a couple of movies that they were supposed to do. So they basically were just like, yeah, what the fuck ever, toss out 5 episodes for a season. Let's get through this shit. And it really showed. So rushing stuff always sucks. So having the actual author there should prevent that. So Glitch just redeemed a drink. Let's go ahead.
Thank you over there, Dominic in YouTube. Hello. Welcome to the episode.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know.
This is what happens when Robin watches new shit. She's been watching F1 and we probably went to bed watching Drive to Survive season 5 on an episode where they had someone who was talking like that. So, all right. Gonna keep scrolling.
If you guys haven't watched that, you should watch it. It's great.
Oh, thank you so much for linking the Spotify link for Wheel of Time Show about Wheel of Time Show.
Aw. Hey, Gintare over on YouTube. Thank you for loving us.
We love you too.
I'm What's Her Name says, do not watch 2006 Aragon movie. It's garbage. It's just like watching the Dragon Ball movie. It's garbage.
Or Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Just such a piece of shit compared to the books. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Chunk says that's why I got night guards. Robin also has them, but it goes for a while before she needs them. But when it pops up, it's like, oh shit, we got to get that night guard.
Yeah, and it cost me an arm and a leg to get it, and now it doesn't even fit anymore.
That sucks. It needs to be readjusted. What?
It's because I have new crowns. I can't even put it in. All my teeth are new.
Got that fancy new mouth. Can't wait to try it out. Wink wonk. All right.
The snark is.
I don't think she got that,
brought
guys.
up what.
You didn't
the
get that,
snark
did you?
brought up what the fuck Rafe on Twats a Twats.
My personal segment where I yell at the showrunner for fucking up the show.
My favorite segment on Twats a Twats is Who's Hot on Twat.
It's Faye's segment where she goes over who either did the most badass shit that episode or was just the steamiest, hottest person on the show. And I don't think we've ever disagreed with her on that. So, yeah.
All right, so let me read the next one here.
Who isn't hot on Twat? That's a very good point. Man, the guy who is playing Rand really bulked up for this season because he has a lot of shirtless scenes. And I was just like, all right. Adding him to the list.
What list?
My very long list of male celebrities I would bone. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move into the third email, and Robin's going to handle it. So I'm going to mark it, and she's going to take it from there.
All right, so this next email's title is Face to Face with a Demon Dog Mayhaps.
Interesting.
It says, hello, Adam Robin, as well as the rest of the spooky pals. I spent a few stories... Wait, nope. No, that was right. I read it correctly. My brain just processed it wrong.
You said spent instead of sent.
Oh, okay. No, then I read it wrong. I've sent a few stories in with you before. The one about the shadow man in my grandparents' apartment, and then the creepy tapping on my and my sister's bunk bed specifically.
I remember both of those, actually.
Thankfully, nothing spooky has happened in recent years, and kind of hope it stays that way. But it never keeps my family from reminiscing about past scares we've had, which always leads to me remembering that I forget to send in some more stories to you guys. So please forgive me.
You are forgiven.
This last time we were remembering some crazy stuff that happened in our last place, and I ended up remembering how a couple of times while living there, I had a couple encounters with what seemed to be a dog of some sort. And I say seemed because the first time I encountered it, I didn't get to see it. I was on my bed in my shared room with my sister watching TV late at night. The way our room is kind of laid out, our beds are parallel, like against each wall, and between our beds is a window a few inches away from our beds. Right outside that window is the stairs that lead up to our front door, and beyond that was just rocks, which all surround the house. What? Which all surrounding houses were laid on. With how close the windows... Fuck?
I should have marked that. That's my bad. I was just so wrapped up in the fuck.
With how close the window was to our front door, plus all the rocks everywhere, if someone or something was trying to come up to our house, you could easily hear them. Not to mention, where we lived was pretty much the middle of nowhere in a town so small, people seldom knew where I was talking. People seldom knew where I was talking about when I told them where I lived, so it's always very quiet outside. It being so quiet in the middle of the night, lying next to an open window in a house very hard to sneak up on, was what also led me to be so scared that night while I was watching TV and I started hearing a very low guttural growl right up against the window.
Can I do the guttural growl?
Yeah, sure.
Rawr.
Yeah, sure. At first, I thought maybe a neighbor's dog got out, so I ignored it first. But after a few minutes of it not going away or even stopping to breathe, I turned over to look at the window thinking I could maybe shoo it away, or at least close the window so I couldn't hear it as much. But when I looked out the window, there was nothing there. There's a porch light between the window and the door, so I should easily be able to see anything out there. But I saw no dog, despite the sound, making it seem there should be a dog's face up against the window. So I thought, maybe it's a small dog, and I looked down at the ground, and there was nothing there. My face is so close to the window, looking in every direction for this dog, that sounds like it should be right in front of me, and I see nothing, when finally I am full-on scared. Minutes have passed now, and this quote-unquote dog hasn't stopped to breathe. The source of the sound says it's right up against the window, possibly looking at me, and it's that type of dog growling that you hear when a dog is ready to attack. So I finally up and leave and tell my mom in the other room. So this right now is reminding me of the hellhounds from Supernatural.
I was going to say.
Where you can't see them, but they're very vicious and they sound vicious and you can hear them breathing. But you don't see anything unless you're Dean and
they're
you have some
super
big
vicious
spell on you.
Even then, like, yeah, I won't spoil anything in Supernatural. They're one of the most vicious creatures they come across. And we've covered hellhounds and demon dogs and things like that. They always have very, very creepy and intense legends and lore behind them. So.
They did Crowley dirty.
Yeah, I mean, they did Dean dirty. Real dirty.
Oh, man, that fucking show. Okay, going on. Not being strangers to weird stuff like this, we do know common ways of protection from evil spirits and the like. So what we end up doing is taking salt and making a thick line of it in front of every entrance point in our house. All doors and windows leading to the outside are lined with salt. When I get to my bedroom window, though, the dog had already left, but better safe than sorry. And I made an extra thick, with 2 C's, line of salt. After that night, I hadn't heard the dog for a while. That is until, I believe, a month later. One of my main chores was to take out the trash every day. Living in the Arizona heat, though smack dab in the middle of a desert. No, I read that all wrong. Living in the Arizona heat, though, smack dab in the middle of a desert, meant it got extra hot every day. 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know what that is in Celsius for you.
It just says HOT on Celsius settings. Yeah. That's hot as fuck. HAF makes more sense. That was a better joke. Let's take it again. Just kidding. Keep going. 115
degrees Fahrenheit days were pretty common, so I always would take out the trash when the sun was going down. One day, I'd forgotten to take the trash out before night fell, so I set out to do just that. The closest dumpster to our house in the middle of the mobile home park was about a minute-long walk with a few lights, but it wouldn't be the first time I'd made the trip.
You just had a little burp in between your words there. Go ahead. Sorry, I was just like, ew. Guinness made an appearance in that sentence.
Oh, where was I?
Sorry, you were on a roll. I just couldn't help it.
The closest dumpster to our house in the mobile home park was about a minute-long walk with a few lights, but it wouldn't be the first time I'd made the trip, so I went alone. I tossed the trash, no problem, and was walking up the driveway to the aforementioned stairs when I stopped and felt that prickly feeling you get when you know something is watching you, and it is not nice. I was standing on the left side of the driveway, and using my peripheral vision, I peeked to the right side. It was dark, because again, few lights, but there was just enough light for me to barely make out a shadow. I sputtered like a car.
That shadow. Blah.
I slowly, cautiously turned my head and saw what looked to be a huge dog sitting on its hind legs. I'm barely over 5 feet tall, and this dog, sitting, easily met that height.
Holy shit.
It just sat there staring at me, making the same growling sound I heard that first night. I know it sounds cliche, but when I looked it in the eyes, since it was pretty much the only thing about it I could clearly see, and its eyes were a bright red, we stood there for what felt like minutes, just staring at each other, but I knew I would have to move eventually if I wanted to be safe inside again. So I sucked in a breath, trying not to scream, and ran the fastest I've ever run back up those stairs and slammed the locked door. When my family asked what was wrong and I told them, I was pretty sure that it was a dog. When my family asked what was wrong and I told them that I was pretty sure it was that dog I heard outside the window the first time, we just did what we could think of and salted all the doors and windows again.
It's a lot of salt around that house.
It's a lot of salt. Salt's expensive. JK, it's not. But like if you're using it to cover all your entrances and stuff, it turns out to be a lot.
Yeah, I agree. You know what you should do? Like take off the stripping on the bottom of your door and put down like industrial strength glue and then put your salt into that glue. I've discussed creating a salt glue product quite a bit with some of our
janky glue.
Yeah, janky salt glue is the name of it. And then install the stripping yet again on top of the janky salt glue. And then it'll stay there, it'll be preserved, and things will not be able to cross your threshold. So, but I mean, if you have spirits that are friend, they're trapped outside. That's just my suggestion, but I don't know if it'll work. I've never tried this, so.
Since that night, I haven't seen or heard from it again, luckily, but I do still get scared walking around outside at night. After I told my mom what it sounded and looked like, and the fact that I couldn't see it the first time, she thinks it might be a hellhound. Ho-ho! I have a feeling Robin might know what I mean when I say it kind of reminds of the hellhounds. I fucking called
Why
it.
wouldn't I also notice?
The hellhounds from Supernatural, considering the fact you can't see and only hear them. I just hope I don't have to fight one someday like Sarah D did!
I will say the only time the hellhounds have been invisible in any sort of lore or interpretation of them has been in Supernatural.
I'm sure there is a story out there, or there
Robin's
is a
sure
book out
it.
there.
She's sure of
there
it.
has to be. There has to be a legend of
She's
invisible
sure
hellhounds.
that there's an invisible hellhound. 100.
Anyway.
No cap.
No cap.
On God, fam.
Oh my God. That's another story I have written and sent. If I remember any more, I'll try to write and send them as quickly as I can. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but I tried to put whatever details I could remember, and I hope I could describe it well enough. Thank you two so much for reading this and doing what you guys do. You're amazing. Wish you guys good health and take care of yourselves.
Thank you. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you so much for sharing that. Yeah, definitely Hellhounds vibes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Right around. I mean, the subject was Demon Dog Mayhaps, so we kind of knew that was going to come. But
yeah.
The description, if you didn't hear the subject, would definitely have led you to believe, because it was very well written. I really appreciated the time that you took with it. There were no unnecessary details. I think a lot of people are worried about tossing those in. But, I mean, it certainly sounds like one. It's scary as shit. You know, if it was something like that were to happen to me, I would probably just create like a hula hoop and fill it with salt, like to the brim, and just
wear it,
carry it around everywhere I went. Like,
you were not good with hula hoops.
I'm not. I would like strap it to me, like I'd have it like a shield, basically. Like,
oh my lord!
Where I'd have like handles on the insides of it that were like drilled into it, and I could just walk around with my hula hoop shield.
You could just make it a harness.
I could do that too. There's a lot of things I could do to protect myself, but I would go to those measures had this happen to me. So I'm glad to see that you're still brave enough to not do that. But I don't know, consider my solutions. Janky salt glue will have all these products releasing in a store near you. Probably never.
Okay.
So.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
All right, let's move over and read Stream Chat.
Thank you to I'm Beef Trainer for resubscribing for 29 months.
29 months. I need to remember to tap the subscription every month. You would remember if we were good enough to stream once a month. If we streamed every month? That is not on you. That is on us.
The Snark says, who isn't hot on twat? No one. Wait, we already discussed this.
We did. It's okay.
Some people aren't hot. I've seen non-hot people on twat.
There's a few of them, but they're made to dress that way. Like, there's certain people they dress down really badly. Like, I think the Snark will recognize that they've really uglied up Moraine for this, to make, I think, her look like gritty. The most recent episode, they show her like in the past, like a flashback where she's just like happy. And I was like, man, I really forget how gorgeous Rosamund Pike is until you like see her like just done up for once. She must be kind of annoyed with how shitty they make her look constantly, because she's supposed to just look gorgeous in like shitty situations. But anyways, I Want Your Dinner says, this may be gross. No, you were opening your mouth. You can read it. I think you were reading it already.
No, I wasn't.
This may be gross, but Adam talking about salt glue made me think, if a man eats a lot of salty things, I hear it comes out in other ways. Could a man jerk out a salt ring?
Absolutely
if he
not.
You'd have to spin really fast and just have the thickest stream you could ever imagine for that to happen.
You can't. I'm sorry, but no. I am Beef Trainer says, I Want Your Dinner is worrying me. He just burped Baba Bra.
Gross.
Fuck.
Xenonite says, I am here, guys. Just play Minecraft at the same time. That's
nice.
Funny.
I've never played Minecraft.
Which says it would be the same as dehydration. I have not either. But I've played a lot of games that have like biomes that you eventually progress to, where you like mine stuff to craft and then craft stuff to mine. Like that entire gameplay loop, I didn't understand it until I played specifically Valheim. And then I was like, I fucking get it now. This is awesome.
Even playing Starfield, right? You're just getting stuff to...
You don't mine and craft as much as you would in those other games. If they did, it would be a much better game, I'll tell you that. I enjoy immensely crafting stuff in that game, but you have to collect shit, and sometimes there's only so many items. I have like 10,000 pieces of iron and like 2 pieces of adhesive. And it's just like, I need adhesive as much as I need iron, and this fucking sucks.
It's a Bethesda game, and Fallout has the same issue.
Yeah,
you can never find adhesive.
Inventory management and like just sort of getting the things that you need to make the items you need is really poorly done in Starfield. I really do enjoy it, though. I've put a lot of hours into it. I have decided that I'm going to drop it, though.
You can put mods in it.
I can mod the shit out of it. I shouldn't have to. If I was going to go to the point where I was going to mod something to make it feel like a different game, I might as well play a different game, is the way I'm thinking of it, because I have too much shit to play. Still haven't beat Zelda. Put over 150 hours into that game. Still haven't beat Diablo 4. Still haven't beat Baldur's Gate 3. And Baldur's Gate 3 is probably the best game I've played in a decade. So.
I have 2 characters that are maxed out, and I still haven't finished the story in Diablo, and it's just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, she side quests so much, her ADD was on full display. We got to level 45, and we hadn't gotten out of Act 1. We still don't have our mounts in Diablo. And she's max level. So that just tells you how fucking bad we have sidetracked. So
Dominic in YouTube asks, do you know where ghosts go on vacation?
This is a good joke. Lake Erie.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard that joke
Solid
before.
joke. I grew up near Lake Erie, so I heard it
before.
Oh,
I grew up in Hawaii. We don't have those kinds of jokes. I don't know.
But still has to play Dark and Darker with me. Geez, LOL, JK, JK. Yeah, they had a whole thing where they got season desisted.
Oh,
and
that game where you smashed all the skeletons.
Yeah, they came back in a weird way where you had to go through all these different instructions. I was like, you know what? I got way too many games to play. I don't need to jump through all these hoops for something that's still in like pre-release stages. I think at this point it's technically early access. It was a very good game. I am not good at it whatsoever, so it's hard to convince myself to go through all those things just to get my ass kicked. I'm a Cubs fan, and I'm a Bears fan, and I have a lot going on in my life. I don't need any more I don't need any more self-inflicted pain by supporting things that hate me.
I took him to an Angels game last night.
She did.
And they finally won.
We went to 7 games this season, and they finally won one. They just had to play a team that's lost 100 games this season.
100 out of 162 or
out of 162
right?
games, they've lost over 100. The A's are one of the most historically awful teams in the history of baseball, and the Angels were losing to them at certain points of the game last night, but eventually came back to win.
The Snark says, I'm still heartbroken because my vampire broke up with me because he's a thought. In Baldur's Gate.
This fucking raunchy slut over here. We started a game together just because I really wanted her to play. We streamed it once before, and it had a hard time streaming on our old internet. We should do it now.
We should do it now. Yeah, we can.
But I was like, you choose everything. I'm just going to be an NPC. Like, I want you to start all the conversations. You choose everything because I'm way further in the game in my solo adventure. And it was so much fun watching her make decisions I didn't make. One of the decisions was, I'm a fuck Asterion. Immediately. So when he finally offered to feed on her, she's like, suck me, Asterion.
Oh my god. And I was like, well, maybe it'll get hotter, as he keeps doing it. And then I fucking died.
She kept failing her rolls to get him off of her, and he killed her. And so I thought, we're going to have to reload the game. No, the game continued because I'm in it, and we woke up, and she's just dead on the ground. And I'm like, do I use my scroll of revivification on this skanky bitch or not? So I brought her back to life, and Asterian's like, oh, my bad, dog. Sometimes
he was shocked.
I suck really hard.
He was shocked I was alive.
And I was like, you're so welcome. Shocked. And then I told her, we found another female character. I'm like, you know what? I'm taking some agency. I'm going to fuck this chick, and maybe she won't kill me when we do it. And that'll make her a better friend and companion than Asterian is. That fucking guy.
Stark says, I have once been killed by him too.
That's so funny.
Anyway, I don't know.
We got one more email to go to. Then we are going to play Marbles as long as it works. I did update it, so it should be good.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great.
All right, good times. Fun in the sun.
We play a lot of video games. You know what?
We try. We have to,
We
man.
complain that we're busy a lot, and we do play video games. Not in the past week.
We try and carve out free time so that we can do something enjoyable so that we don't lose our minds. So
yeah, this week's just been a crafting week.
I decided that I'm not going to go play Baldur's Gate. I'm not going to go play Zelda. I'm not going to go play Diablo 4. The game I'm going to play next is going to be the original Final Fantasy 7. I've never played it. Rebirth is about to come out. They just did their big preview. Like, I had this theory about what they were going to do with it way before it ever launched, and it looks like my theory is coming true. My friends are all like, you just have to go play the original. Just don't jump into this so you can actually spot the differences as you play, because it's way more exciting this way. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm considering streaming it. I don't like streaming because, like, if I stream it and I wind up playing for only 30 minutes, everyone's like, what the fuck? Or if I stream it at 10 o'clock my time, because that's the only time I can play, most of the people that watch are on the East Coast anyways, and it's 1 a.m. I guess there'll be a VOD for them to check out, but I just don't think I'm popular enough for anyone to give a shit. So
I want to get a steering wheel so I can play racing games.
I would like to play racing games with her as well. I race different, y'all.
I asked him, I was like, we should get 2 racing wheels and then we can play Forza together. And then he goes, I smash into everyone when I race. Hey, I'm like, that's not how you play.
If you come close to me, I will take my racing line. But if you're in my way, I'm going to put you in the fucking wall.
Bruh, that is not how you play.
That's how I play. I play to win. I play for keeps, bitch. I was raised on 8-bit computer games where you raced for pink slips. And the way that you raced for pink slips was you wrecked the other fucking car in the aqueduct. I don't remember the name of the game. You would take your shitty car into the fucking garage, you'd soup it up, and then in the aqueduct, you'd race, and whoever won got the other person's car. That's how it works. So I don't race on Forza where it's like, oh, I'm going to let them get in my line and draft me and then pass me, and maybe I can catch them later. No. You come near me, GTA rules, bitch. You're lucky I don't have a fucking rocket launcher.
It's supposed to be a racing sim. It's not supposed to.
No.
Oh my god.
I do race. I love racing games in GTA because, like, if you start losing, it's like, all right, let me find a bridge along this track and get my fucking gun out. Like, I'm going to handle this my own way. It's so much fun that way.
Need for Speed, smash people all you want.
Hot Pursuit's really fun.
Need for Speed, smash people. Forza and like Gran Turismo, no, that's not how you play.
You give me an F1 game and you're not going to verstop me when I go around the track.
Oh my god, I'm not going to
I put forth max effort and I will fucking wreck you. I'm just saying. All right, we need to stop talking about video games.
I know, Max is his favorite person now, though.
I love how he races. I think he got fucked over a lot by Lewis Hamilton when he was trying to, like, obtain the championship. This guy just gets ran off the track a whole bunch. And then, basically, this is what I'm saying. For anyone who's not following me at all, there's one racer who was the best. There's one racer who is now the best. When the old racer was the best, anytime someone tried to pass him, he would bump them off the track and cause them to crash. He would get a 10-second penalty. And then the other person would be out of the race. And he'd be like, oh, he turned into me. And I'm just like, no, he didn't. That's bullshit. Finally, when someone decided to challenge him, the way they challenged him was, I'm going to race you in a way where if you bump me, we're both going to fucking wreck. And that's what you need to do. And I love it. I love that. I was like, that's how you have to approach that. But it's very risky because you could absolutely die in F1. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into this thing we call Scaryish and get to this last email. All right, so I'm going to read the last email of the show, and this one's titled, You Can Read This on the Pod, smiley face. You guys are just fucking nailing it with the permission slips right out of the gate. This one starts out, Hello, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello. I go by V and use they, his pronouns just in case, and I was listening to the latest episode and remembered a scary as hell moment from when I was like in 4th grade.
I think when you're a kid,
things
happen to you.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can see more and you're more sensitive to stuff. At least
I think you also believe in a lot of things that are bullshit when you're a kid too, so it's kind of hard to filter out. Most of the things we get though, I think people have already put through the filter and been like, I can't explain this. So Robin brings up a bunch of shit all the time. She's like, when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure I saw a demon. I'm kidding. She never said that. She's just looking at me like an asshole.
No, I just have demons.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to keep going. It was a weekday, but I was sick. So, of course, I was home alone and playing Minecraft. When I was home, I was eating fucking chicken soup and watching Price is Right because we didn't have anything close to Minecraft at the time.
When I was sick, I got sent to school unless I was dying.
I used to get sent home from school a lot. Because I'd start to feel worse the more awake I would get, and I'd puke. And they'd be like, come get this fucking kid. He's going to get everyone sick. All right, I'm going to keep going. I was home alone and playing Minecraft, eating the hidden candy that my mom used to hide in the top of the fridge. Doesn't sound like you're very sick. It sounds like you're making it up to stay home.
One of the memories I have of my older sister is that she used to have candy hidden in like her sock drawer. And so, it's at nighttime. We all shared the same room and shared the same bed. And it obviously we were poor, okay? So we shared the same bed. But she would open her sock drawer and she would have these candies. So like Score is one of the candies that is nostalgic for me because she would hide that in her sock drawer.
That's funny.
So she would share it with us like in the middle of the night,
She might be listening to this. So if you hear that, Janet, you're a greedy bitch. So
what the frick?
Share the Score, Janet. I'm kidding. I've never had a Score. So I don't even know what those are actually. You can tell me.
Toffee with chocolate around it.
Sounds gross. Sounds like it gets stuck in your teeth. That's all I'm saying. Butterfingers are better. All right.
Butterfingers get stuck in your teeth even worse.
It's worth it. I'm going to keep going on this email. I've read 4 sentences.
My bad.
About 3 hours into me being alone, the loudest bang came from the laundry room.
Tell me more.
No, the washing... What the fuck? Help me, step bro. I'm stuck. No, the washing machine and dryer were not running. It was so fucking loud. And when I say I jumped, I jumped. Anyway, I went to look at it and there was nothing there. So, of course, I went back to Minecraft. Not even 10 minutes later, another one happened. As I was a very avid listener to your podcast, I fucked right out of my house and kind of just waited outside my room. Excuse me. And kind of just waited outside until my mom came back home. I told her what happened, minus the asshole ghost that interrupted my very enjoyable sick day, lest she look at me like I'm insane.
That's funny.
She looked at it and came back and said something fell off the shelf. There were 2 bangs, so I didn't believe it. Maybe the first. But I saw what fell, and it was a fucking weeping angel wood statue.
What?
I said, fuck that, and never stayed in the same room as that fucking thing for too long. So maybe it's not a supernatural story, but god damn it if I'm not a nerd who wouldn't take precautions. I don't want to end up... Hang on, I need to read this one forward. I don't want to end up in the 1900s. I wasn't that stupid. And I don't know how to end these emails, so I'll leave you and the listeners with advice. If you find yourself face-to-face with any form of a weeping angel, don't wait to find out if Doctor Who is actually fiction or not.
Those angel statues are genuinely scary.
I don't know, like their parents must be weird.
Nerds,
I shouldn't say weird.
Because
nerds, but like having those around the house and having it fall down, that's fucking creepy.
I think I have a weeping angel Christmas ornament.
Oh, I mean, that's dope as fuck, though.
I would love to have a TARDIS on top of the tree. That's I have at least 10 different TARDIS in the house.
In the house?
10?
Yeah. I know you have 3 on the counter.
I have 3 over there. I have at least 1 in my art room.
In the background. She has a dice tower that you rolled D&D dice with.
That
came from a friend of ours from Vegas.
Chuck.
Yeah, it came from Chuck.
And I have at least 2 Christmas ornaments. I just love Doctor Who and TARDISes.
When we met each other, basically, she was like, you have to accept Doctor Who. And I was like, you have to accept football. And we're like, all right. And we both got into it. And that's how we stayed together. So totally understand the precautions taken to avoid weeping angels. For those of you who don't know, if they touch you, they zap you back in time.
Don't blink.
If you're looking at them, they don't move. If you're not looking at them, they approach you very quickly. So if you blink, they move. And if you turn your back, they move. So
the show's good if you guys haven't seen it and you like sci-fi.
Weeping Angel
fantasy
episodes are some of the best episodes on that show.
Blink is the best episode.
And Doctor Who's barely in it. It's like about a side character entirely.
Blink does he is in it for like maybe 5 minutes, right? But it is so good.
Realistically, if you blink, you might miss him. So. And we will wrap on that. Thank you so much one more time for sending in your story. We really appreciated it. All right, so we're going to read stuff, and then I'm going to get Marbled on stream set up for you. I hope you like my song. I wrote it.
It's lovely. Thank you. There's candy corn drops. Glitch says there's candy corn drops. I'm gonna say no.
Candy corn's disgusting.
I love
anyone
candy
who
corn.
eats it is a lunatic.
Oh,
and they hate themselves.
My God.
Eat shit that's better, guys.
If
you're gonna imbibe sugar and things that are like pure sugar, eat things that aren't gross as fuck.
The Snark says Adam drives like Tsunoda.
No. I don't crash. I crash other people. No, I drive like Max.
I think Tsunoda's unlucky because his car never starts. I think
his fucking car, when he's not behaving like a jagoff on the road, his car goes out, and I feel so bad for him.
You drive like Grosjean.
I don't know what Grosjean drives like, to be honest with you.
He crashes constantly.
I don't crash. I crash other people. I drive like Max or Lewis, to be honest with you. I probably drive more like Lewis, which is why watching him drive like that, I was just like, what a dickhead.
Latreia says, almost missed the live. How's everyone doing? Thank you for joining us. We're glad you could make it.
Absolutely.
We are towards the end. We finished all the stories, but we're going to do Marbles on stream, which we always do with our spooky friends. We are going to run a couple games of Marbles on stream here in a little bit. Adam's going to set it up right now, but winners of each race get a free Scaryish sticker of your choice. So I mail that out, and it's fun.
Indeed. So yeah, I do want to read some more of this before we jump over to Marbles, because I'm Beatrice says, maybe a random question, but when will Bloodlines come back to reach conclusion? I had a friend that was Marsha, a friend of the show, when she came out here to do her episode. We did Comic-Con. Her and her boyfriend / fiance, the fiance I think is the better way to put it, because he is her fiance.
Yeah.
They listened to Bloodlines on the way out, and they were pissed at me for not finishing it.
Yeah.
And we have the last episode. It's like half edited. I just paused it because we were trying to do like the last episode flowing into a live stream, which the live stream would be broken into episodes that would eventually be like not season 2, but I guess it would be at this point, of like, you know, similar stuff. The count comes back basically, and everyone has to deal with them again. But that just didn't work out due to technical difficulties and people just having really crazy schedules at the time. So once that clears up, I want to have the same cast. I really want to have, you know, the Snarked. I want to have Glitch Grim. I want to have Robin. I want to have Steve. Faye wouldn't be part of it.
But she was on Bloodlines, wasn't she?
Yeah, and then that one wrapped up.
Oh.
So we'd move on to the next version of it. Different cast. Robin would be there again. There's a reason for that. And then the third one, the third iteration would be Artsy Engineers plus if she'd be willing, their little sister Julie as well, and Robin, because like aside from the fact that it'd be really cool to just have these people that have really contributed to the community and to the show as part of Bloodlines, I have a storyline that I've worked on for a while that I was really moving forward with it, so I think about it all the time. The problem with Bloodlines was it was the most work I've ever done, and it got the worst numbers of pretty much anything we've ever put out.
I think it's because it needs to be on its own podcast.
Yeah. It basically does need to be on its own feed, but I don't have the time right now, so I might wind up just finishing the edit for that episode and dropping it, and then we can do season 2 of Bloodlines in a different way, shape, or form. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with it, but I do think about it often. So all right. Lords of the Fallen. I've never played it. I don't have a lot of knowledge about it, so if it's a Souls-like, probably not. I don't really get down on Souls-likes too often. I really did like Elden Ring, but we fell off of it pretty quick.
I like what I like, and I feel like I'm out of the loop for everything else. Xena Knight says, love Need for Speed. I love Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. That is one of my favorite games of all time.
Hot Pursuit's really good.
The Snark says, Adam playing Forza, having many incidents.
I would have so many incidents.
My bracelets literally say incident. Like, this bracelet says incident, and then this bracelet says incident.
The Snark proposes a very good question. Is it Tardai? TARDISes?
Well, TARDIS is time and relative dimension in space, so you can't really say Tardai, you know? Right, it has to be TARDISes.
Okay, put your pinky up, asshole. Snark's very first episode I watched was Don't Blink. Such a good episode. Is he the nicest doctor? Who's just amazing. David Tennant is the best doctor.
Well,
I like Matt Smith. Matt Smith's my favorite. I'm going to keep scrolling.
They do candy corn and other flavors. Eesh.
Hello, Eve, over there on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. She says I can have one piece, and that's it.
Of candy corn?
I'm guessing, yeah. Tracy says, so glad I caught a live story time. Yeah, they're so rare nowadays, dude. It's like catching a shiny Pokemon.
The Snark says, bruh, I have never seen him not crash. That's messed up.
That's
Sonoda's
funny.
not that bad.
Latreia says, I got in trouble with the hubby after I bought the Scaryish mug.
Oh my god, no.
Worth it. You tell him we gave you permission. All right, I am going to fire up Marbles on stream. My Steam Deck, actually this isn't a Steam Deck anymore, doesn't have the buttons that I had once. but I do have a couple of things that might work. So I'm going to fire this up. If I switch to the wrong like scene, if you guys can't see us, I can switch it manually back, so don't freak out. Our microphones might turn off. You never know what's going to happen on live story times. I don't order anything, dog. So if it's coming in, it's yours.
The Snarked and Glitch says they're down to do the D&Ds. So
I know they're down. Cool. They're down like clowns, Charlie Brown.
I hope everybody who got rewards or prizes for the what are those things, giveaway that we did, I hope everybody's getting their mugs and their pins and stuff.
The other one got mailed out yesterday. The grand prize just got mailed out yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You took it?
Yeah, I mailed it yesterday.
Cool.
So everyone hopefully is getting their stuff. It took me a while to design the mugs. I had to work on fixing my printer too, because I actually literally make them, not the actual mug, but I print them here. I imprint, what is it called? I don't know what it's freaking called. Whatever. But I
have no idea what any of the things that you do are called.
I make the mugs here. I don't order them. I have the blank
just
mug.
To make the design, just to print the design, just to sublimate it. She has to do all that shit, and then she can ship them
And so my sublimation printer was like broken, and it took me hours to fix it. So I'm glad I was able to finally get all those mugs out. And we had a mistake, the green one, and someone actually bought the green mug.
That's so nice. So many people reached out to say, like, I want that. We went with the first person that reached out, and they were like, I want to buy it. I told Robin when it came out, too, I was like, I actually really like green, so I'd be more than happy to just drink out of this. But, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and move us over. Let's see. Does it work? Ah, it worked! Suck it! All right. Cool. So go ahead and start the voting. Exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race. I don't think 69 is on the list. I don't think the numbers go up that high. So we will find out if this is working once we get an actual
Oh no, vote. I hear my own voice.
It's the worst, right? Not your voice, just hearing your own voice in general. All right, it is working. Awesome. Good to see. Let's get those votes pouring in. My Twitch app needs to be updated. That's how long it's been since I fucking got on it.
Hold on, let me vote 16 for Charles Leclerc.
Wow, she's so obsessed. She's so obsessed. New update ready to install. Cool. Do the install, and then maybe I can get in time just in time to race.
Oh, October 13th. There's a Friday, the 13th.
We should do something. Because it's Friday, we'll be home. So maybe we'll try and plan something.
My friend is having a tea party, a spooky tea party. Would you like to go?
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
On October 13th.
Who's your friend?
Andrew.
I've never heard of these people. This is the first time I'm hearing of it. So no, we're not going to have anything special for you guys on October 13th. My apologies.
Mayhaps we can.
Why is there ads at the beginning of our show? What the fuck? I didn't authorize this. There's been so many changes since the last time we did this. All right. Exclamation point vote.
The Snark says, I thought they are having a key party. What's a key party? K-E.
It's where you put your keys in a bowl, and at the end of the night, or maybe midway through the night, you go into the bowl and take out a pair of keys. Say, whose keys are these? And some guy says, they're mine. You say, cool, and then you fuck his wife. That's what a key party is.
What? You're lying.
Snark is about to back me up and let Robin know that's exactly what a key party is.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
That's not a...
I told you, dog.
No! Oh, no. No, no.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm voting for Michael Jordan, 23.
Oopa,
Stark says Adam is exactly right.
No.
You never been to a key party?
No!
You go there and you pretend you brought your wife. She's in the bathroom, y'all. Here's my keys.
You're dumb. I hate you.
Fucking hot tip for anyone who's still single out there.
Bro, no. Oh, my fuck. Oh, God.
All right, Marble Factory, I'm pretty sure I'd like 5 votes anyways. We'll try. Fucking covered.
Stop.
It's so funny.
You're
all right,
stupid.
So Marble Factory has 5 votes. How do you not know this? God. I knew about that back when I was a teenager, man. All right, average time to complete this track is 3 minutes and 25 seconds. The world record holder did it in 1 minute and 42. Locally, we haven't raced this one. Let's get in there and get
Glitch
this
says,
thing
side
going.
note, never post a pineapple upside down. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Pineapple upside down?
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that means. So
I
this
don't
is
know
a
what it
weird
is.
intro to this track.
Spring Snow says, what a topic to join on, Element.
Seriously, right? All right. Exclamation point play
Okay.
to get your marble on stream. If your marble is the first one to finish.
Unfortunately, it only works on Twitch. So if you're over on YouTube, you do have to come over to the dark side and play with us here on Twitch.
Indeed. I'm going to go ahead and also set up a wager. I know lots of folks watch, so you guys collect these channel points. If I start a prediction, you guys can vote whether or not you think I'm going to win or Robin's going to win. And not by win the race, just who's going to last longer, because in case we both fall off the track, or rank better, me or her. I'm going to give that a 2-minute timer for the prediction. Go ahead and wager right there. Then I'm going to start a 2-minute timer on the race so we can get people plenty of time to bet and to actually get on here. I'm also going to bet my entirety of my points, which is 12, on myself because I obviously lost everything I had the last time we did this. So, fun times.
I don't know how many points. Oh, I have 4,000.
Pretty even split. Robin bets on herself and she wins a lot. She beats me all the time. In real life, too. Please send help. I'm going to scooch this out of the way and turn that off. Did you notice that when you were scrolling around, when you were reading your story and you were doing your mouse wheel shit, you accidentally zoomed way in on Reaper? I was like, oh, God, please don't click again because it would have turned it off. Which is why I said, like, please don't use this mouse unless you're reading. And even then, it was still, like, highly danger zone. All right, I think my arms have reached out enough where I can control this. Cool. All right.
I'm what Sinner says, not betting. I have 13K and I need 20. I don't even know what the 20K
Yeah, I was going to say,
is.
Robin set all those up, so I'm really worried about what you're trying to redeem for now. I'm terrified, in fact. The pineapple thing is advertising for swingers. Oh, yeah, actually, we saw that in the show Ghosts, where, like, he buys the pineapple from the garage sale or whatever, and he's like, oh, my wife's really into this. And the guy's like, oh, is she? And twists his mustache. 5 people have voted for you, 5 people have voted for me. So, cool. We'll check and see who those were once we pay out.
Okay.
I don't know why. There we are. I can say I don't know why the names went away, and then I realized it's because I tapped Alt when I was doing other stuff.
Exclamation point play? Sure, I probably did. I don't know.
We can
I'm in there. I'm in there. I see myself.
She's right there. She's right there. It's okay. Cool.
All right, exclamation point play, guys. 20 seconds left.
We got 14 marbles in here, which is better than we had last time. We got 21 people watching the stream now, so some of you guys are like, I don't wanna, which is fine. I'm not going to force you. I find it ironic that the traditional housewarming gift is a right side up pineapple.
No, it's not.
I have no idea what traditional housewarming gifts are. Isn't it like candles
or like, I don't know, a basket of snackies?
I thought
like a cheese tray?
That's like a welcome to the neighborhood thing. I don't know. I've never gotten someone a housewarming gift outside of booze. All right, off we go. Glitch is the first one off the initial ramp. We're all going to fall down, climb back up, then go down a Plinko machine, and then we're going to get onto this conveyor belt. We'll see how that works out.
Who designs these?
People that buy the game. Like, I have the free version of it. I think I actually paid $1 for it, but you can buy the designer and then just make the tracks. I'm not sure if you get any, like, money when people race your track, but
blow them out.
Everyone got stuck up there, but Latre and Glitch got out pretty quick. Xena Knight, though, is like, excuse me, I'm gonna cut to the front. The Snark is like, I'm coming too, so we'll follow Xena Knight and see what the journey is like.
I love that hair.
You have such great hair.
Such
Holy
great
shit.
Hair.
Congratulations, Xena Knight. All right, also skipping your way through the funnel pretty quickly. That funnel didn't really funnel too much. Lots of zigging and zagging and some weird shit with robots going on. I don't know if I'm into it, but we're about to find out.
What?
This is like a weird crossover where you're actually going back up the ramp. If anyone actually makes that turn properly, you're going to get a pretty expedited route to first place. The Snarked is currently in first. I Am Beef Trainer's right there. Sherry Sue comes in third right now. Going into this next funnel, let's follow I Am Beef Trainer, the Snarked, and Sherry Sue through this weird ramp tube.
Sherry Sue.
Sherry Sue is in the lead right now, but it's a very tight race. All right, we're going to see inside this thing. We're just going to look at the hole. How about that? Whoever gets through the hole first. This is a weird way for people to start moving backwards. But if you just get the right route, Sherry Sue's making it through that. Okay, we're going to follow Sherry Sue through it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what's happening?
New conveyor belts. This is going to be very fucking weird.
This is very strange. Oh, that probably knocks them off or something.
Well, here's the thing. They just changed it so that this game is built, like, it was built differently before. Someone had made the program. They moved it onto Steam, and it started updating easier. Because remember, it used to take like 30 minutes to update.
Yeah.
When that happened, it started being made. It started being updated differently, and now it's like I can use DirectX 11 while running this.
What's that?
It's just what you use to run like Unreal Engine video games typically because it has such like intense graphic requirements, but it's such a simple game. You imagine they just kind of rebuilt it in the right engine. So what I'm saying is like there's a lot of new capabilities when it comes to making races, and Sherry Sue is way in the lead. The Snark though, trying to get up in front of Sherry Sue has perished. Sherry Sue is going to come through. This is more traditional stuff that we're used to seeing, like an accelerator right by a bunch of blocks. I don't like this track as much.
Man.
Amanda has fallen off. A. Meadows has fallen off. I'm Witch Dinner. I am Beef Trainer back there. I don't know what Sherry Sue got stuck
I don't know.
Right there.
That was weird.
I don't. Donosaurus also fallen off. I'm not sure.
This
Congratulations,
is a cool-ass track.
Sherry Sue, you have finished first, and you can reach out to us. Let us know which Scaryish sticker you would like by going to Robin's Kawaii Corner, and Robin will get it sent out to you. We're still looking for the race between me and you. I'm in 10th, way back there. Where are you? You might have fallen off. We didn't notice.
Oh, no. Oh.
Which means people who voted... No, I died too. So, all right. I died last, though, which means if Robin didn't finish...
Oh, man.
Yep. So, I win that. We're going to pay out anyone who chose to vote for me. Choose outcome. 60% of folks voted for me. And before we do, let's see who loves me.
What the fuck?
All right. Robin voted for herself along with A. Meadows, I Am Beef Trainer, Donosaur, Xena Knight, and Spring Snow. People on my side are Snark, First Wolf, Glitch, Latreia, and me.
That's BS.
Congratulations to those folks, because I won. I am the champion of the world. All right. Congratulations one more time to Sherry Sue.
All right, Lewis Hamilton.
We're going to race one more time. It's hopefully not take me back into that same track. Cool. Go ahead and start the voting one more time, and we'll get our last race.
Man, I lost so much money.
All right. I didn't win anything? No, I won 20. Yay, I bet 12. I won 20. I'm rich now.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and vote this time for a number I didn't vote for last time. Exclamation point and vote. Well, I want to say something morbid, but I don't want anyone to get worried.
What?
I said I want to say something morbid, but I don't want anyone to get worried. Yeah, that'll be good.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm gonna vote for the age in which I think I'll die.
What the
And then put in my age right now. Alright. I'm 38. Did I put in 39 or 38? Where's my bingo?
Right there, it's at the bottom.
Oh yeah, well maybe I got a year left then.
Oh my lord, have mercy.
There you go. I don't know, I blacked out for a second. My fingers just typed on their own. So it is currently tied for which track we're gonna race, so we're gonna let this keep scrolling until we see which tracks we're tied on. However, our previous victor, Sherry Sue, has voted for Taking Flight, which if it stays tied once we get past the scroll one more time, we're going to go with the victor's choice and not pick between the tie, unless Taking Flight is one of the ones that's tied. Laboratory is in the lead with 2.
Laboratory.
There's a lot of scattered voting, 1s and 2s out there. And then Rusty Remnant is 28. Temple of Steve is now in the lead. I'm going to guess with 3. I'm going to guess it's also track 39 because I see that Glitch and Snark just cast their votes, bringing Temple of Steve up to it. So looks like that is the one that we're going to race.
All right.
On average, it takes 2 minutes and 17 seconds to complete it.
That's a long-ass track.
World record time, 1:43. And
Royal
locally,
baked potato.
we do it in 2 minutes and 29 seconds, which is a little bit longer than average. But
Try to beat me.
Robin holds the record at 2:04. So let's go in there with the intention, setting the world record, but hopefully, at the very least, knocking Robin off her perch. Exclamation point play to get that marble going. I'm going to go ahead and get the prediction going again.
I'm in it to win it.
Start prediction. 2 minutes on that, and we're going to start the timer over here of 2 minutes on the race beginning.
I'll invest in you this time. Ooh,
that seems like illegal. You shouldn't be able to vote on me. In that case, I'm going to vote on Rob. It's weird. It told me I won 20 thingies.
But it didn't.
But it didn't add it to my total, so it shows I have 0. I think it's just so used to me losing. It's like, this must be a glitch or something.
I think if you're a moderator, you don't get anything.
No, because it asks you, like, do you want to participate even though you're a moderator? I had to reset my app.
The Snark says, I'm channeling Lewis Hamilton. You gotta channel Max.
Max Verstappen. All right.
His song is so catchy.
It is, and Robin sends me videos with it all the time.
It's so catchy.
She's obsessed with sending reels on Instagram of FIFA shit. FIFA F1 shit. Hopefully she doesn't get into FIFA. That shit's boring as fuck.
Oh my god,
it's actually kind of exciting. I don't mind watching soccer.
Thank you so much,
football.
Andrea, for following. What did 911... Well, I can't read 911 girl.
Let me get this up. There we go. When was it sent?
I don't know.
Was it a activity or was it a message?
It's over there on the top right. It says 911 girl. I'm assuming it's a resub. Thank you for resubbing.
There's an activity log. Robin is just very unfamiliar with the interface. 911 girl resub for the 38th month. That says, "Hi, I've missed your faces."
We miss your faces.
We miss you too. All right. Let's go ahead and get Streamlabs back up and running because we would have seen it properly. Cool. Everything looks good here. All right, so we got 27 seconds left before the race starts, which means we have about 20 seconds left on the voting. So if you haven't done that and you want to, go ahead and do the voting within Twitch. And then also type !play to get your marble on stream. Did Robin sign up to race?
Yep.
She did indeed. We lost. Ah, there we go. The last person. Killsma jumping in there. Got 14 marbles again. !play. Anyone on Twitch? We're going to go ahead and get this race started. Again, Robin has the Scaryish record time with 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Let's take a look at this track. Looks fairly familiar. I remember those stairs for sure, and then the moving target at the end. We'll make it very interesting. Let's observe the hole from above.
A little hiccup.
Yeah. It was indeed. That ball that does not have a name on it.
That's me.
That is Robin's ghost ball. So that is the pace that we need to beat, essentially, if we want to take the Scaryish record. We're going to zoom in on the hole now.
Oh, yeah. Zoom in on the hole.
As some folks are making their way through it, Killsma is racing Robin's ghost. Donosaur is right behind. The real Robin is pretty close by, I'd say. No, I don't know. You're in third place, then you're... It's weird when you go loop to loop because this thing measures how close you are to finishing by how further forward you are than other people.
If I had a fursona, do you think I'd be a cat or a rabbit?
I don't know what a fursona is, dude. Can you explain to me what a fursona is?
This is the one.
Oh, it's like if you were furry, what you look like? I don't know. Probably a cat. You're very cat-like. You have rabbit-like appetites, but you're very cat-like.
Rabbit-like appetite? Oh.
I just passed Killsma sneaking through. I want to win the bet again, even though this time I bet on Robin. And Robin bet on me, so I guess I'm rooting against myself. I don't know what to do. I want to take the record away from Robin, though. I know that for sure. However, her ghost ball is still way ahead. It looks like I'm there, Killsma's there, Latreia, A. Meadows are the top 4. So let's follow, I guess, me if we're forced to do it. I'm now outpacing Robin. Let's see if I can go through the bounces without falling off and then not miss
I hope you do.
The end goal. I hope you fall off, too. I hope you fall off your chair right now. All right. I am setting the pace right now. This is looking dangerous. I'm going to get to that thing, and it's going to scooch out of the way. I'm pretty sure I'm about to perish. Please go through, please go through, please go through. Stay. God damn it.
Bye.
I totally called it. A. Meadows is in really good position here to take the victory. Lots of folks on the side with me just fell through. A. Meadows, congratulations on taking home the second race's victory. You're going to get some points in the Champion Cup. Or whatever they call it. No one else has managed to land in this. Everyone else is falling, dropping like flies. It's kind of hilarious because only people left are Glitch and Cursed Wolf, and everyone else failed. So because they came in literally second to last and last, they were able to finish. We only had 2 people land in there. This also means since I fell off first, that I lost and Robin won, which means when it comes to the points, though, I won points and Robin lost points. So Robin technically was victorious. And
no, it wasn't because I'm back here.
The who would last longer, I fell off first at the end. When we got to the end. But why would you be up here? It's just order based off of how far you went on the track.
Oh.
Like, I'm not going to bring out the replay, but I definitely fell off like first of anyone. Wow. Amanda also gets 69 points. Nice. I wonder if there's like a point total, like a pool of points that get distributed to whoever finishes. So like if everyone would have finished, it would have been lower point totals. But because no one else finished besides A. Meadows and Glitch, they got more. I don't know. Either way, A. Meadows, congratulations. Let us know which sticker you would like, and we shall send it to you.
Glitch says, with my sleep face, my Sona would be a rabbit. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, 100%. So that's a good point.
Why do they know what my sleep face looks like?
Because I described it as a rabbit.
Oh, okay.
Because the words that came out of my face had the word rabbit in it. That's why. But all right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and move us back over. There's some weird thing that happens when we switch over that thing. But thank you to everyone who joined us and raced. Anyone who won, make sure you reach out to us and let us know which sticker you would like. Not sure why that deactivates, but I could probably investigate it. And maybe this time I'll investigate it before I shut everything down. So one other thing I needed to do, I can't remember what it was. Oh, I was going to check redemptions and make sure that we've covered all of them, because after we start the outro, we're not going to read anymore. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have covered everything. Going to go ahead and mark this, and then we're going to do the outro, and everyone can get on with their Saturdays. All right, so yeah, that's everything we have for this episode of Storytime number 201. Thank you to everyone who listened, to everyone who watched us live on youtube.com/Scaryish or twitch.tv/Scaryish podcast. We appreciate you all joining us. If you have a story you would like to share with us, please email storytime@scaryish.com or hit us up on our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish podcast. Twitter is @ScarayishPod. And Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. We would love to hear from you. Send us your story. Also, let us know if we can share it on the show or not. Basically, if you don't say we can share it, we will not, and we'll respond to you. We'll read it and respond to you. If you say you can share this, we won't read it because we read them for the first time on the air. So just, yeah, if you're new to the show and you're new to the whole thing, that's how it goes, and that's how you can reach out to us. Robin, for folks who would like to support us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish podcast. Those are monthly donations with tiers starting at $1. And you can also go to ko-fi.com/Scaryish podcast.
Yep. So thank you so much to everyone who joined us, everyone who listened, everyone who supports us. You're all amazing. We love all of you. And that's a wrap for this episode. So Robin, why don't you go ahead and sign us out?
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later. Send us your stories.
Indeed.
Thank you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.